whether you have children in PPS or not, these are our kids, and we need to take care of our community.
Right now at 11, we gave you everything you wanted. The pointed push from state lawmakers for a strike solution. Plus, another crack in a broken system, how a judge's unprecedented decision could end with accused criminals being released. And later, a safe space at Portland State, the new spot that champions diversity while bringing hope. Welcome to Friday night, everybody. A soggy start to the weekend on this third day of November. 59 degrees over the Rose City. Our Wells Fargo sky camera in the clouds. We'll show you the view around Pioneer Courthouse Square a little bit earlier this evening, which of course raises the question of whether we will be able to dry out Saturday or Sunday. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko, along with Chief Meteorologist Matt Zaffino. Now, Matt, how's it looking?
You know, David, as you just pointed out, it's a super wet night out there, but it's also a really warm night. Humid and warm, feels almost a little bit tropical. Look at Newport right now. Rain's coming down, not quite sideways, but definitely on a good angle as the southerly winds have kicked in at Newport. Sustained right now at about 18 to 20 miles an hour, but they had a gust earlier of 30 miles an hour, and some of the near-shore buoys reporting gusts just offshore about 35, 36 miles an hour. And look at that, it's 61 degrees at Newport. Humidity 100%. So there's a warm front that's passed out by Newport, hasn't passed by Portland yet, and we know that really it's the wind direction that points that out. We still have east winds at 15 miles an hour. Once that warm front moves through, our winds will come out of the south, and we might actually see the temperatures go up overnight tonight as that happens. It's one of those weird things that happens actually several times during the course of a winter. We've got fog and rain in downtown Portland as well, and look at Doppler radar. We are just basically plastered with rain, and it's getting heavier too. So now we're getting the yellow and orange splotches mixed in with the green. So yes, the rain will be increasing in intensity, getting heavier during the overnight hours as we go towards morning. And it's been impressive so far, really, considering it didn't start till about 4 or 5 o'clock. 0.3 of an inch in Portland, 3,500s up in Vancouver, Ocean Park, Washington, over an inch of rain, and Cannon Beach has had about 6,400ths of an inch of rain. So atmospheric river number 2 is over us right now. We'll see heavy rain overnight tonight. The winds will increase at the coast after midnight, for the valleys after about 7 a.m. And just to keep it even more interesting, chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. To answer your question about drying out, David, we'll talk about that in a bit. Back to you.
All right, fog, rain, wind, and temperatures going up. Thanks so much, Matt. Well, for the first time since teachers in Oregon's largest school district hit the picket lines, both sides were back at the bargaining table today. As Thomas Schultz reports, state lawmakers are now weighing in.
Well, enough is enough.
As Portland teachers rallied for a third straight day, bargaining resumed.
We're hoping that we can, exchange proposals and come to some type of a resolution on some agreement.
Teachers are asking for higher wages, smaller class sizes, and more prep time for teachers. Though Portland Public Schools says everything the union wants would cost more than $200 million. This week, district officials called on state lawmakers for more funding. Now, politicians are pushing back.
I'm puzzled by the fact that they can't support teachers.
State Senator Elizabeth Steiner and 15 other lawmakers sent a letter to school board members saying they gave PPS everything Superintendent Guadalupe Guerrero wanted. She says it's unlikely more money is coming PPS's way.
We have never seen investments like this in K-12 education.
Investments, including more than $10 billion in educational funding statewide. Lawmakers say PPS needs to cut administrative expenses and refocus resources on classrooms and students. Teachers,
what do we do? Public schools are under attack.
Agree.
Our students aren't getting the one-on-one attention that they need.
I have mostly classes over 30. In a chemistry lab, it's really hard to manage.
And as the strike continues, educators expand their march to not just focus on schools, but the entire city.
These kids, whether you have children in PPS or not, these are our kids, and we need to take care of our community. City Hall is definitely part of that.
Thomas Schultz reporting there. The union and district failed to reach a deal today. They are scheduled to negotiate Saturday and Sunday. If no deal again, teachers say they will be back on the picket lines Monday morning. And today we also talked to teachers who face some unique challenges. Those who work in dual language immersion programs, including at Kelly Elementary in Southeast. That's one of a handful with a Russian immersion elementary program. Teachers told us they are advocating for smaller classes because their students suffer without more personalized attention.
And it's very hard. It's very hard. I don't have enough time for address all the challenges that I have.
It means they don't value the educators, and then they don't value what we do.
Well, these teachers say they first brought some of their concerns to the district years ago. Stay with KGW for continuing coverage of the Portland teacher strike. We'll keep you updated on developments throughout the weekend right here and at KGW.com. To get you caught up on tonight's other headlines now, in Oregon, people held in jail without a lawyer for more than a week will soon be released. That is the order from a federal judge. As we have been reporting over the past few months, there's a chronic shortage of public defenders, which often leaves low-income defendants without representation. The judge's order will take effect in 2 weeks and will apply to those currently in custody and to future defendants. Hundreds of Yamhill County workers walked off the job this morning after a mediation session over a new contract failed. The union and county have been negotiating since March. The strike could impact services including the county health department, mental health services, and public works. County leaders say they are working to keep critical services up and running. The next mediation session there is scheduled for Tuesday. And the Timbers Army is urging the club to reconsider its pick for a new coach. Tonight, the Oregonian and the Athletic are reporting the Timbers are planning to hire Phil Neville. Neville played in England for years and most recently coached for Inter Miami. In 2011, Neville came under fire for posting a series of sexist tweets for which he later apologized. Timbers Army tweeted that it is disappointed with the as yet unofficial decision and wants the team to reconsider before finalizing a contract. New tonight, Portland State University is celebrating a new resource center dedicated to dreamers. It comes as PSU welcomes its most diverse incoming class ever. Catherine Cook is in the newsroom with more. Catherine.
David, university officials say the Dreamer Resource Center formalizes PSU's commitment to providing a safe, supportive space for dreamers. The Resource Center is designed to provide a wraparound support system where students won't have to worry about disclosing their immigration status or being judged for it. We did a quick search, and a lot of colleges and universities have them, including OSU and PCC. The name Dreamers comes from the DREAM Act. It was designed to grant legal status to young, undocumented immigrants whose parents brought them here as children.
There is a place at PSU for everyone, especially those who have been underserved and traditionally excluded from higher education.
You and your colleagues who are attending this event are showing how you can advocate for dreamers just by being here. And of course, the work will continue.
Some notable statistics: roughly 54% of this year's incoming freshmen at PSU identify as BIPOC, 25% identify as Hispanic or Latino, and more than half of incoming students are the first in their families to go to college. David.
Yeah, an incredible milestone there. Catherine Cook in the newsroom. Thank you, Catherine. You're watching KGW News. Straight ahead at 11, lighting up the night. The local garden bringing fall, flowers, and people together. Plus all that rain may make it messy, but it's not going to stop the score. We're headed into the playoffs and maybe the mud in this week's Friday Night Football. Stick around.